Oh. Hey. Welcome to the party. We're chilling. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kyle Meyer. I am here. I've got a water bottle. It's not as big as what we hoped for, but it's good size. I'm proud of the little water bottle. Anyway, I'm Kyle. If you don't know who I am, I'm surprised you found me. If you aren't yet subscribed, then click the red, the subscribe button. All right, cool. Today's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, I'm a photographer. I take pictures. That's what I do, and I edit. And sometimes, when I edit my pictures, I do it on stream so people can come and hang out and watch, and we can have a good time together. Because it's kind of nice editing with company. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I got a couple of pretty cool photos. I haven't taken anything this week. I'm sorry about that, guys. It is what it is. Sometimes work outweighs the fun, and I don't want to edit my work photos because you don't want to see that. So let me give you a little tease for what we're going to be editing. We're digging back into the archive from February of this year. I think it was February, where I was up in Goal ice driving with Polestar. Yeah, we're gonna dig through a bunch of those photos, and it's gonna be totally sweet. Mats is here. You are here. If you are here, but you aren't in the chat, then how do I know where you're actually at? See? Cool, huh? I'm working on that. Holbert is here. I know that because he's in the chat. He says, let's go. Let's go, Holbert. Olaf Tvet is here. Mats, once again, is here. I am here. I am also in the chat. That's how you know I'm here. And I won't know if you're here unless you get in the chat and you tell me that you're here. So then we can have this little back and forth, this conversation. It's not supposed to be one way. It's supposed to be a conversation. It's supposed to be a dialogue, not a monologue. I don't want to talk by myself for an hour. I want to answer questions. I want to talk about life. I want to talk about things. Stuff. If anybody wants to ask me any questions about the Philadelphia Eagles, I might have answers. But nobody ever wants to ask me questions about the Philadelphia Eagles. What's everybody up to today? Mats, I went to the dentist. Look at my teeth. They're so perfect. Still no cavities. Never had a cavity. How about that? Knock on wood. I've got great teeth. I like to think. They were all messed up, though, when I was young, so I got braces. And after getting braces, I got the retainer on both top and bottom, so I have that like wire on the inside, top and bottom. And then I ate a brownie on a train once when I was young, going to go skiing, and the brownie ripped off part of the wire, so it was sticking up a little bit, and I hated that, so I grabbed it with pliers, and I ripped it off my teeth. And my orthodontist was pretty pissed. So what he did is he put on another wire and he like covered it in glue. Covered it in glue. So there's tons of glue on the inside of my teeth covering this wire so I can't rip it off again. And yeah, because of that, sometimes I have a lisp. And every time I go to the dentist and get it cleaned, it starts to scrape my tongue. And sometimes I talk funny because of it. And if I'm talking funny today or slurring my words, that's why. Now you know. It's because I just had it cleaned and now it hurts like a motherfucker. Anyway, no cavities. I'm healthy. How's everybody's teeth? How's everybody doing? All good? I'm just killing time. Waiting for some of the regulars to drop by. I have a feeling they might. Waiting for Mr. Henrik, Mr. Edward. Where you guys at? My people. Just chilling. Drinking my new mini water bottle. It's gonna graduate, I swear. We will end up with a 2-liter water bottle at some point. I need to get my shit together and order a new one. Because it's legendary. It's part of the lore. Let's take a look at some photos. Maybe it's time. Maybe I've killed enough time. Whew. Speaking of killing time, how you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on in the chat? Anyway, here's a picture of the Beast. I'm going to have to look up a little bit of information about this, but this is a Polestar 2 on steroids. Christmas is almost here. You'll get a new one then. Yeah. People got to stop giving me things that I can break, which is pretty much everything. I felt so bad because I got that for my birthday. And for those who don't know, I got a 2-liter water bottle for my birthday, and it was awesome. I'd never drank so much water in my life. I slayed that thing. I was drinking like 3 or 4 of those a day, and I was feeling so much better about myself. And then I put it in the washing machine, and it became about a 1/2 liter water bottle. It shrank. So, oops. Let's see. Polestar 2 Arctic Circle. Let's see if I can get some stats about this car, because it's pretty cool. I think it's just, it has the power pack, which means it probably has like 475 horsepower. It has 4mm metal studs on each tire. It's 4-wheel drive, 680 Newton meters of torque and 350 kilowatts. If you're normal, you'll probably know what that is in horsepower, but Polestar wants to be special, so they use kilowatts. Special, are we moving towards kilowatts now that electric cars are becoming the norm? It's got 19-inch OZ rally wheels, pretty cool. It's got adjustable O-lens dampers, coilovers. It's a pretty cool car. Pretty cool car. Olaf says, Gull is a long way from the Arctic Circle, though. Yeah, I mean, they didn't name it specifically for Gull. It's a project that they were working on in private. They made one of them, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It was made in Sweden. You can tell by the Swedish license plates. Right about here. Whoa, this is Joachim with hair. Wow, Joachim had long hair. If you guys didn't know, Joachim has buzzed his hair since then. And who's this? I didn't realize you were in this photo. This is Mats. Look at him with his little swan neck. This was one of the first times you got to use that camera. We pushed it. We had it on the back of the car. It was bouncing around all over the place. That was rad. That was sweet. Anyway, there's also... yeah, Mats made the stream. This is the Polestar 1. The Sun Edition. Is that what it's called? Is that the DJI 1? Yeah, it is. The DJI 4D. That's one of Mats's favorite toys, from what I know. It's dope. It's insane. That camera's incredible. It's so much fun. So wild. It's beautiful. Look at the color of this car. I'm going to try to make this pop a little bit better. Oh, hello. I think it's called Sun, isn't it? Polestar 1. What's the stats about this? Polestar, because it was the last one. They only made like a few of them. The golden goodbye to Polestar 1. Sun matte gold. Yeah. Just a rare Polestar 1. And somebody had one. 25 units were built. They only built 25 of these. Wild. How cool would it be to have one? That would be neat. That would be neat. Music feels pretty loud. I don't know about you guys. It feels pretty loud to me. Then we got all the customer cars. This was the customer day. There were a lot of people bringing their private cars, and they just lined up, drove out there onto the... Yeah, if you're not Norwegian, this is the thing. Or if you're not like Scandinavian, I guess, or European, or wherever this is common. If you're not from a cold place, this is something we do. It's pretty cool. When the lakes freeze, you can create your own track, your own racetrack, and yeah, take the cars out on the ice. The ice gets super thick, and there's another Polestar 1. Pretty cool. You can drift around. Yeah, you can tone the music down a bit, but it's not too bad. Okay, cool. I've turned it down a little bit. Let me know if it's still too loud. Ice tracks are the best thing in the world. It is very close until you are this guy. Look at how far he is. They had to bring out the extension. That's how far it was. Music's good now. Okay, cool. Yeah, this was part of it. So they had this like brake test where you get up to a certain speed and then slam the brakes and see how fast you can brake. And then on the other end of that was a brake and turn test where you hit the brakes and then try to turn one direction or another before you hit the cones. But as we went on in the day, it was like polishing the ice, and it kept on getting smoother and smoother until eventually this dude just full send launched out of the track. Yeah, that was the that was the dude with the cheap headrest. Like, yeah, he had like a pillow. You can see it. Why not? Cool pillow. I bet it's comfortable. I bet it helped when he crashed. Ice tracks are so much fun. I've only been a passenger though. Holver, how have you not driven on an ice track? Aren't you from like Ice Place? Ice Place. Ice Place, Norway. It's a nice place. A nice place. I thought you would just, I thought they just like did that shit all the time up there. It's like a locals only thing. You have a car, Holvard, or are you carless at the moment? Carlos Sainz. Mats, who is telling everybody about how he had, what? Wait. Who is telling everybody about how he has driven Formula 1 cars? No, this guy? Because I very distinctly remember this guy probably couldn't fit in a Formula 1 car. I hate to be mean, but... Oh, Lord. We do. Oh. Because of the lag between me and the chat, I don't... Sincerely, a dude from close by goal. Okay, yeah. So, Olaf knows. Olaf, have you been ice driving? And then here's the Beast, the Arctic Circle car, peeling away with a 4-wheel burnout. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, and then here's them putting the feet on the Beast. Should we start here? Let's start here. This is a good place to start. The photo's already too warm, I can tell. I mean, it's accurate. It's definitely more accurate than it would be when I'm finished with it, but it's not what I want. Here you see the difference between the tires. You've got the 4mm ice pegs, and then you got just standard winter tire here. Pretty cool tire. Oh, I love the OZ wheels. Yes, sir. I was at that very track even before I got my license. That's redneck shit. Now we're talking. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to learn how to drive out there on that impossible driving situation. So I'm going to brighten this up. I want the whites in this to be too much. I think it's going to clean up the photo if I just sort of overexpose quite a lot. And then I also want it colder. Just a little bit more. And I'm not going to touch the greens, I don't think. That's pretty cold. Yeah, it's better. Turn it down a little bit. We'll find a happy medium somewhere in there. Over says, yeah, I'm from Bergen originally, so there isn't many ice tracks locally because it rains all the time. Hopefully I can get a chance this winter. I'm Carlos. I'm Carlos at the moment. Studying ain't making the big bucks. Yeah, it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. You gotta get that studying in, man. That shit's important. I mean, it wasn't for me. I could burn my diploma and it wouldn't change anything about my life. But it's important for you. Look at this. They put this on a piece of wood to spread. I wouldn't have thought of that. When they crank up the car, of course, they have to have a bigger footprint than what the jack already has, so they put it on a piece of wood. Otherwise, it would just go into the ice. Interesting. Cool. That shot was dope. Thank you very much, my dude. I like to soften photos like this up so it lets the light sort of wrap around the car. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear myself talk with a lisp because my tongue keeps getting stuck on my super clean teeth. And it's annoying the hell out of me. Any contrast in here? Just a little bit, maybe. So now we're pretty blown out. And I'm okay with that as long as the subject remains clean. Purples, as we know, suck. Unless it's meant to be purple, I don't want it to be purple. Blue, maybe the car is a little bit too blue. So let's bring it back a bit, but I do like the coldness in the photo. Can you guys hear that echo? I feel like I'm echoing quite a lot. Let me just get up into the microphone. 182 says, yo. 182, good to hear from you, man. Glad you're here. Good to have you. This is good. The gang is showing up. The regulars, the usuals. Now we're missing just a few. Just a few. Anything else I want to do? Maybe the red. Cool to see the reds pop a bit more. No echo. Okay, good, cool. Maybe it was just in my feedback in my headphones. It wasn't bad. It's just annoying. But it's crazy how much you can get away with. I mean, you really don't need all that like streamer soundproofing setup stuff. There's no huge benefit to it as long as you have a microphone that's pretty directional. And this one does a pretty good job at it. At least from what I've gathered. But, you know, I'm an idiot. I'm a visual man, not an audio man. I'm going to make some hot chocolate. I'll be right back. Yes, Ulov. Ulov has a tradition. He's making a hot chocolate every Monday at 9 o'clock. I love this. What did you study, Kyle? I studied journalism. I studied to be a writer. And while I was studying, I realized photography is way more fun. Because I actually wanted to like offer both photography and writing. I love writing. Writing is one of my favorite things. It's so much fun. I used to write quite a lot when I was when Drive Tribe existed. I don't know if you guys remember that. Drive Tribe was the shit. And I used to write a ton for them. I'm going to select the object. And then suddenly they disappeared. It was to the point where they were paying me as well. Like they were paying me like £5 per article or something dumb like that. But at least I was doing it. Problem is there's no place to do it anymore. So if anybody knows of any open source car journalism platforms, I'm up for it. But yeah, I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to write, and I studied 3 years, got my bachelor's degree, and yeah, I was on my way. And then I bought a camera to make myself twice as valuable, basically, because this was back before every journalist sort of by contract had to know how to take pictures. And the more I used the camera, the more I realized it was the fun one. So I stuck with photography because I realized there was more money in it. It was more fun. It was something I like doing better. But I absolutely love journalism. Oh, cool. I haven't heard about Drive Tribe before. Did a quick search. Yeah, it sucks. It's gone. The whole ethos of Drive Tribe was that it was a social media, or it was a social medium, sorry, for car people. And it was like publicly sourced or crowdsourced car photography content. Sorry, I'm just hitting Command E and sending this to Photoshop. So while that happens, let's go full screen. There we go. And I'll explain Drive Tribe real quick. So yeah, Drive Tribe was started by the 3 guys who started Top Gear. It was Richard Hammond, James May, and Jeremy Clarkson. And they would do... did I hit Command E? I'm fairly certain I did. I did. Okay. Yeah, and they would do just a little bit of content. They hired some guys to run the website, and those guys would add some content. And then eventually it sort of built, and people started to add their own. And they would create like essentially Facebook pages, but they would call them tribes for the different communities. So like Porsche had a tribe, EV cars, so on and so forth. And it was awesome. And people could post, but like short posts were not encouraged. So if I were to just post like a photo or something and just be like, look at this, it was never going to be like the top of the feed. Which was kind of cool because it meant that like the long form journalism ended up getting focused on. And I love that. I thought that was great. So every time I would write an article, I would do about 500 to 800 words. And then I would get, per article, I would get like 40,000 reads or something, which is a pretty healthy amount for just sort of showing up. And I loved it, and it was awesome, and everybody who was there loved it. And then one day they're like, it's too much work. So what they did is they abandoned it, and then they limited it to just, like you're saying, their socials. So they still have, they basically just wanted to make it into a YouTube channel with Richard Hammond. So Richard Hammond bought them all out, created the YouTube channel, and then that's all it's been. And that kind of sucks, because I had a lot of fun on Drive Tribe, and I met cool people, and they were awesome. We had a Discord channel as well. I don't understand how that's too much work. I know. I don't understand it either. One of the problems I saw with it is that they were selling ads and it kind of got away in the way of the journalism. So like they would promote articles that were like, Skoda just came out with a new car and it's awesome. And it's like, it wasn't, I mean, clearly it's not an awesome car. But that's, I mean, that's how all automotive journalism works. They're all bought and paid for. It's the sad truth of it. All that shit is, yeah. Some company takes them out for dinner and then suddenly they owe them a positive review. So I was okay with that. That's fine. As long as I didn't have to write that kind of stuff. But it's been a while since I've had a water bottle. But the best part of Drive Tribe was that like nobody would tell you what to do. If you felt inspired and you wanted to do it, you could just hit posts and then suddenly it was there. Whatever it was. Like there was no editors. They didn't double check or anything. So you had free reign because it was a social medium. It wasn't like a vetted car journalism website, which was cool. But eventually like you could get prolific enough so that they would have like a payment scheme. So the more people saw your articles, the more they would pay you for the article, which was cool. It wasn't much money, but it was enough that like it would make you feel good about what you did and would inspire you to work a little bit harder. And I really miss it. So there you go. That's the history of Drive Tribe, kind of. But yeah, they had a discourse channel and all the journalists would talk to each other. It was super fun. Super fun. And I would love to have that back. I thought about like trying to start it again myself, but that's a lot of work. And yeah, I don't have leftover capital that I can start a social medium. That's never going to happen. That's a nice side hustle. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I was making like £5 per article or something. It wasn't money. It wasn't like, I was never going to feed myself or anybody else for that matter. But it was just fun. And there's something cool about like getting paid and then seeing that it was Jeremy Clarkson paying you. That was awesome. Henrik is here. Henrik, we were waiting. We got a little nervous. You wouldn't make it. But you made it. And we're proud of you. We're happy to have you here, Henrik. What's going on? There's two ways I could go with this photo, by the way. I could go dark or I could go bright. Less context, more clean, more fun, more like social. But yeah, let's keep it bright. Hover says, I've thought about how a Discord server could work for the small like photo car community in Norway as well. Do you guys think that would be something? I think that's wishful thinking. This is as far as I sort of took that same kind of thinking, if that makes sense. Because I love the fact of car photographers knowing each other and being friends and not stepping on each other's toes and talking. And I think that's cool. Especially when it comes to things like, I know it sucks to talk about, but like pricing and stuff like that, because there's a lot of miscommunication. I think the prices among car photographers are like really all over the place. There's a lot of guys who could be living off of it, and I don't think they're really aware of that. And because of that, the prices are like, dealerships now aren't an option. Like you can't make money off dealerships. There's certain things you can do that maybe pay you here and there. It's just like an extra, yay. I was productive today when I didn't have anything else to do. But I mean, you're not going to pay your rent with shooting for dealerships alone. Sadly. So that thinking sort of led me to this in part, this stream. This is a cool place where like, if you guys want to hang out and talk, we can hang out and talk. But I think a Discord would, I mean, try it. Why not? Try it. Create it. I'll join it. I'll very happily join it and contribute. I would love to. But I won't start one. I know that much. I think it'd be cool. I don't want to discourage you. That's just, I mean, my thinking. That's as far as I got. But I think it would be really dope. Olaf thinks the same. Those OZ rims. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. We needed Henrik to jump in to start nerding out about car stuff. Good to see you, Henrik. How are you? How's everything? You're back from Firi? Firi? I'm just deleting shit. I'm just killing time. That's what we do. Hanging out. Been out buying a new stroller for the kid. Flat out back home to make the chat. Waiting for the heavy snow days. Henrik, by the way, I am... Maybe I should ask you this. No, I was going to say I should ask you this in private, but I need more opinions. I'm thinking about getting a grown-up car. Because January is apparently the best. If you're doing a trade-in with a 911 or a sports car, apparently January is... Could those OZ rents fit a 997? Never going to do it. Apparently January and February is the best time to trade in 911s. So I'm thinking, instead of having to wait a year and a half, what if I start talking to a Porsche center about trade-ins? I know it's sad. I know it sucks. I just got the 911, but if there's an easy out, then I might take it. And instead, I kind of want a Cayenne. How sick would that be? How good was that car? Did you like it? Would you get another one? Would you get it again? Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit behind on the chat. I'm taking my time with these explanations. I'm having a good time, though. It's nice that we can actually talk about, like, stuff of content. It's not just me talking forever. Hover says, first of all, Henrik is looking for snow days. And he enjoys the Cayenne a ton. Okay, good to know. Because it's either that or a Taycan, and I think the Taycan's range is just not quite there yet. Homer said, yeah, that's true. I find pricing really hard, to be honest, and I love that you do this because it brings the positive side of it. And Discord idea, I'm sadly guessing it would die pretty fast as well. I think it would. And what I was going, or where I was going with that is that I think the community is just too competitive with each other. I don't know why it is. You would think people who are super interested in cars and super interested in photography would already have so much to talk about, but I think it's too competitive. Yeah, it sucks. But I don't think people want to talk to each other. I think they just want to like pretend they're making millions and then yeah, make you jealous. Have you noticed that every time you meet up with another car photographer or another photographer, all they want to talk about is their clients and who they're shooting with and how busy they are? Is that not the most like frustrating thing? That is like the most boring conversation you could ever have. Especially if you're in like a quiet period. You're a freelancer. If you're a freelancer, you're going to have quiet periods. It's just what happens. And usually, like for me, it's January. January, I always have a period where there's like nothing. January and July. This is what it is. It's part of it. And it sucks when you meet with another photographer and they're like, oh man, I'm dying. I'm so busy. He's like, who fucking cares? This sucks for you. I don't know. I'm chilling, planning my next moves. But I think that kind of mentality is what makes it hard to be friends with, or be friends, but be friendly with other car photographers, which sucks a lot. But hey, it's worth a try. I honestly think it's worth a try. I would join it. First snowy day in Trondheim today. Oh shit, did it snow in Oslo before it snowed in Trondheim? That's pretty dope. I'll take that. That's a victory. We're already skiing out here. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to rub it in your face, Oliver. You probably had snow in the mountains for like decades. I enjoyed it a ton. Ownership. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then a Cayenne. I mean, every Cayenne I've ever driven has been like the coolest experience. I think it is one of the greatest cars that Porsche's ever made. I think it's fantastic, and I really, really, really want one. If I don't get one for like daily use, I will get one eventually to lift and turn into an off-road monster, because I think that would be fun. January basically only time I actually get to take some awesome photos. Yeah, is that because the work lightens up? Or why is that? The hard, yeah, I mean, that is the hard part about freelancing is it goes back and forth. You have quiet months, you have heavy months. And it sucks when you're having the quiet months if you haven't planned ahead. But if you manage to plan a little bit on having personal projects, like right now I'm planning a personal project to start at the beginning of next winter, then it's a blessing. It is a blessing, especially if it's something that you can find a way to make money on, to sort of make up for the quiet months. That's kind of the goal, right? You work commercial and selling on the months where it's busy and where clients need stuff, and then on the quiet months where you don't really have a choice, you always have something to keep your hands dirty. Big W. I will take that. Can't wait to ski. Sheet. Plus missed the V8 sound. What year are you thinking about? The old 04, 09 with the big winter tires? I'm thinking newer, 2019. Well, if I were to lift it, I would go old and I would try to get a V8. I would either look for a base turbo or like a GTS. I think that'd be rad. Old, get something like that, lift it, and then thrash the hell out of it. I would love to just demolish one of those. See if I can break it. But for daily use, I would get 2019 with a new interior. Because I think that's super nice. I'm gonna try to add in some detail in the snow behind the car, because I think it loses some of it. Who's sending me messages? Don't they know I'm streaming? Get out of here. As I'm studying and not really getting to do as much fun stuff. Okay, I see what you mean. I always take a weekend or something like that to go home to the mountains and chill on the ice track with good vibes. Yeah, man, it's brutal. Studying, it's really hard to study when you know exactly what it is you want to do. That's when studying becomes a bit difficult. But if there's anything to be learned from studying, it's the value of getting ahead of deadlines to make time for the stuff you want to do. Do you use the texture slider to soften photos like that as well? Not really. Here's my thing about the texture slider. We pay a lot of money for our cameras. I use a Sony A1, which costs about 80,000 kroner or something ridiculous. Sony has put a lot of R&D, a ton of research into making that and its lenses as sharp as possible. So in my mind, to get rid of that sharpness kind of like is counterintuitive. I would rather lean on the sharpness instead. So I try not to touch the texture slider. I think the texture slider kind of, it gets in the way. Yeah, it can also, like, if you're going to print the photo eventually, it can also mess up the print. I'm just going to add a bit of haze so it draws the eye more towards the left of the photo. And then I'll put the car in front of the haze. Let's select subject, or we have to highlight this one, I guess. What I would do to soften a photo is to drop the clarity slider a little bit. Because I think clarity gives too much punch. I think it may... Oh, there's no subject. Okay, then I'll just hand draw it. You can be a little bit sloppy with this. We don't need to be perfect. I think the clarity slider can be dangerous. And I think it starts out a little bit too high for my taste for a lot of these photos. So I like to create a bit of softness using that. What happens if I paint the photo blue? That makes sense. Thanks. Cool. There you go. Oh, this is that song. Those of you who were here last time. This song. I looked it up afterwards. This song is a mix. It is inspired by a mix of two songs. Whatever that Nelly Furtado song is that I suspected. It's so stupid that I've been thinking about this for like a week. God damn it. It's a mix of that. And then Gwen Stefani also had a song called Wonderful Life or something. And I swear to God, this song is inspired by both those. It's like a mix of both of those. And that's the last I will talk about. Why am I sewing up on those? Yeah, I've caught up on all the chats. Look at us. We're killing it. That means there's a water break while this saves. I gotta go, guys, but I'll try to catch the stream next week. Halvar, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate that. Always room for you. See ya, my dude. Get out there, keep shooting. Woo! We're doing it. How are you guys with dentists? Do dentists scare you guys? Can you handle that pain? Or is it like... I feel like I have an ability to just turn my mind off at the dentist. To just like stop thinking and stop feeling pain. And then you wake up and you just like disassociate. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm disassociating. What do you guys think about the black mist filters? Anyone tried it? Saw a video of North Borders where they tested out to get the hype. Huh, black mist filters? I don't know. Let's see. Let's do some research. What is this? Dentist is not my fave. What is a black mist filter? Does it like add fogginess? Yeah, okay, it's one of these things. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So I keep all my photos. I mean, I keep all my photos. I back them up. I have tons of records. So if I ever want to go back and edit a photo differently, or the client doesn't like the way I edited, I never want that to be baked into the photo. I want to always have the option to have the sharpest possible representation of, oh my God, the hiccups, brutal, of what it was I shot. So to get like a look like this, for example, you can do this in post. Maybe not exactly like that. I'm sure somebody can, but you can get something similar. And I feel like if I can do it in post, then there's no point baking it into the photo. It's a cool idea, and there's some really cool photos that come with it, but you can, like this, for example, you can do this in post fairly easily. It's not that hard. How much are they? Are they expensive? Pictures are looking crisp. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. The new Batman is filmed with it. Was that a Batman, the emo Batman with Robert Pattinson? That movie sucked. Yeah, I'm just gonna come out guns blazing on that one. That movie sucked. That was dumb. Emo Batman is a pussy. I mean, they show him fighting and killing people, and like they're trying to make me scared of him, but Batman was always supposed to be smart and controlled and methodical as well. He's never supposed to be this little emotional asshole who lets emotions take over, and that's why he doesn't kill people, because he's too smart. He's smart enough to know how to avoid it. And it sucks to watch Batman just sit there and beat some random, like some dude who stole a purse, just beat him until he dies. What the fuck? The hell is that noise? You guys hear that? I think that was a bass of some cars that drove past. Jesus Christ. I like your opinion doing it in post. Yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna know. $400 for a Nissi. I guess that's the brand. That's too much money. $400 for a filter? No. No thanks. I'm cool. This photo's cool because this mountain's up here. But it's pretty hidden. You have to like unlock it. And over brightening the photo is not the way to unlock it. So let me bring that back down. I broke a tooth when I was in Croatia last year. That was stupid. Cost me 300 krona to fix it there. What? Oh, Kona. What is Kona? I'm dumb. What does that translate to real money? Since we are on the subject, damn, dude, how'd that work? How'd you break your tooth? That sucks. This photo is out of focus. I can already tell this car is soft. Where is it? I don't know. It's not straight though. Let's bring it back, and then let's bring those mountains back. Christian Bale's the Batman in my book. Yes. Yeah, I mean, unequivocally. Christian Bale is the best Batman. And I fully believe that a Batman is about as good as his supporting cast. And the supporting cast for Christian Bale's Batman is like unreal. Also, in Incel as the main villain. Come on. What are we doing here? Some nerdy guy who can't get laid? I don't need that in my life. I want the Joker. I want a wild card. I want somebody who's unpredictable. Not some dude who's just mad that the rest of the world is having sex. 300 Kona is not even 500 kroner. Oh my god. The Cone Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cone Captain has arrived. The world champion in Cone parking lot sports. How you doing, Sebastian, man? Good to see you. Good to have you here. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. Not a minute too soon. Those mountains are actually so beautiful. They are, man. They're way bigger than you expect them to be, especially with like a tele lens like this. This photo feels purple still. Why does it? I don't want to play with that too much. I also don't want it to be too saturated. Let's see if we can add some dehaze because this is pretty soft. See if we can just bring it all back. I want some more punch in the mountains. Maybe I don't have to drop it straight down. Maybe it's got to be at a bit of an angle. I don't like this song. Sorry, guys. Hey, Mr. Cone Captain is back. Yes, he is. He comes in with authority, fashionably late. Looking, smelling, feeling like $1,000,000. That's a reference. I hope I got right. Let's see. Just adding a little bit more punch. I don't know how far is too far, so I want to be a little bit careful. If I darken the rest of the photo, and then what if I add a linear gradient from the bottom? Try to add some lightness back that way. Because I want the car to be still in focus, but I want the mountains to be like visible and sharp. So let's do like this. There we go. That's closer. Finally, tell us how your trip to Hafjell in Rufsa was. Rufsa? Is that the name of your car, Sebastian? Sorry. Sir. Cone Master? He's Cone Captain. Cone Captain of the parking lots. Cone Master doesn't quite sound the same. Okay, let's... This one we're going to have to clean up a bit. So let's Command E. We'll send that back. And we're chilling. And we're chilling. We got some chill music. We still got water left. Tons of water left. That's not good. There we go. We're killing it. Anybody got any cool personal projects? Yes, it's called Rufsa. I didn't name her. Who named her? Did you let someone else name your car? How dare they? Or is it just a leftover name from the last owner? Isn't that like taking the nickname of your ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend? Or your girlfriend's ex-boyfriend? Cone Captain, I'm sorry, man. I make fun of you too much here. I'm too mean to you. Let's just get rid of these. Henrik says blat. That's as Russian as I get. Cone Captain, that Coolaton beer calendar did hit hard. What? You guys are getting sick presents from each other? Your presence is enough of a present for me. I'm happy you're here. In the words of the late great Kanye West, my presence is a present. May he rest in peace. Or may his career rest in peace, I guess. Not really a project, but I wanted to edit along, so I'm currently revisiting a photo of a 200SX at Tislefjorden. Dope, dude. Sick. I want to see what it looks like. You gotta send me a picture. I want to see this sweet photo of yours. When did you shoot it? Did you shoot it last year, I guess? Because isn't this Tislefjorden? No. I don't know. I'm being dumb. Just talking to myself. Yep, the previous owner named her in like 2016. Most members of the Porsche Club know the car as Rifsa as well. Oh, really? Now I'm one of them. That's cool. My car needs a name. Yeah, today's chill. Today's chill. Just removing. Just cleaning. Yes, that is Tislefjorden. Okay. The pressure. What do you mean the pressure? The pressure of someone else seeing your photos? Share it, man. Be proud. Took a photo. You're proud of the photo. Let other people enjoy how proud you are in that photo. We're cruising. We're cruising. Got the window down. Arm hanging out the window, sitting sideways. Just rolling. Living the dream. That exact pressure. No one cares, man. We just want to see cool shit. We're all interested in the same stuff. Photos of cool cars. Doesn't matter if the photo's great. I mean, 90% of the photos I like on Instagram are just iPhone shitty photos. It's just cool to see people trying. That's kind of why I started this stream, so you can see me try. I might be over cleaning this photo, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of in autopilot now. The picture I would most like to revisit is on a corrupt hard drive. Oh, Jesus. Back up your photos, everybody. Speaking of which, I gotta back up my photos. Yeah, I'm really bad at that. There we go. Look at that. Super clean. Look at the tractor. Going to work. I might have to get rid of you. Sorry, tractor. I liked you for a second. I thought you were funny, and then I got rid of you. Okay. Save. And we're going back to Lightroom. Oh, we're chilling. We're leaning back. We're leaning back. We're on recline. Woo. R.I.P. tractor. You know what? I feel bad now. I feel bad. Use Jutta Cloud for everything backup related. So you back things up on the cloud. Okay. Do you have hard drives as well? Like, what's everybody's system? I'll start it off. My system is I have an SSD card that I edit from. So it's about 1 terabyte. Everything sits on there and to edit, and I leave things on there for a while if the client ever needs them. And then once that's full, I cut the storage in half and I move it onto these. I do these bad boys. You know them well. The Lacy Ruggeds. Just hard drives with a disk. It's just a nice way to like protect the photos. I do those. Each one of them is about 4 terabytes. And then periodically I will dump those onto a desktop hard drive as well. So then I have the working hard drive, I have a backup hard drive, and then I have the backup hard drives. But eventually I want like a server. I just want a fixed desktop server that's huge with like 100 terabytes. That would be awesome. My system is save everything one place and hope. Oh no, dude. Sometimes I copy everything to an external hard drive, but that's not even once a year. Dude, if your apartment burns down, you're fucked. Wait a minute, mine is too. They're all sitting right next to each other. Uh-oh. Once I get an office, I'll split them up. I need to get an office. Mots, are you still here? We need to get an office. I think it's time. Speaking of time, there's Mots. I have Lacy Rugged, but mostly cloud-based. Okay, how is it backing up in cloud though? There's Mots. He's still here. There he is. He's in the chat and he's in the photo. Let's do it. Yep. I would like an office. I think. Are we making enough money? Yeah, we might have to go a bit harder with perspective. Starting in January. I'm game for that. Perspective, dude. Do you guys want to hear about perspective? Is that something that you guys are interested in? That's kind of a part of my life. Maybe it's something worth sharing as well. If you guys didn't know, Mots and I run a production company, kind of, called Perspective. And yeah, cool things are happening with that. It keeps growing. And it's been very fun. Back up to cloud works perfect. I have unlimited space. Yeah, but how long does it take to upload things to the cloud? That must be brutal. In the long term, I want to invest in a NAS server. As of now, have the T7 Samsung 1TB SSD for editing. Yeah, that's the same as me. Short-term storage. Then do the same view when it's half full. Goes over to a Lacy Rugged. Yeah, okay, so that's comforting to know that somebody else does it the same way. There's something like very satisfying about that. I don't know what, but like, because is there like one objectively perfect solution? I guess just buying like a server and then constantly dumping over to the server, or this, because there's so much direct light, I want to make this a bit warmer from the light source. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have fiber, takes a few minutes for 50 gigabytes. Oh, dude, that's not so bad at all. Unlimited space. How much is unlimited space? Maybe that's the move. That's probably a really smart move. Could use a few extra hands every now and then. Yeah, so perspective. We do basically two facets of content creation. Filming and photos. No. We do commercial. And then we unlimited is unlimited. What? Did I doubt that unlimited meant unlimited? My bad. I use two T7 SSD, 4 terabytes, and two T7 2 terabytes for ongoing projects, and then 2 4 terabyte. Fuck me. Filming is a different beast. Filming is not easy. I think maybe you meant price-wise and not storage-wise. Okay, I see. Anyway, so perspective is, yeah, we have the commercial side, and then we also do the event side. And basically what we guarantee to our clients is events photography no matter what. So we sort of pick and choose from, we don't have too many clients at the moment, so it's not super busy. We're trying to grow it like in control. Yeah, the goal isn't to reach out to infinite clients at once and get infinite requests at once, because we're not going to be able to handle that. So what we've been doing is controlling the rise by keeping a few clients that we know are going to have a consistent amount of work. And so far, it's been pretty good. So Mats and I will shoot a lot of the event stuff, but when Mats and I aren't available or don't really feel like it, I guess, we choose from a sort of pool of photographers known as the Perspective Collective. And we'll call them up individually and say, hey, do you have time on this day to shoot this event? And if they're available and they want a little bit of extra money, it's a good little job. It's nice. Mats, I know you have me on speed dial. You better believe it. You better believe it, Henrik. Yeah, so it's we have fixed prices. We price hourly, kind of not hourly, but within like packages, and the client can select that. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just sort of doing things. Yeah, we can sort of cherry pick sort of whatever package works for them, and we can facilitate them, which is nice. And we work with them. We help them plan sort of whatever content they need. So we're part of like the consulting phase as well. It's very engaging, super fun, and yeah, big fan. I've had a blast doing it. And we've met some really cool people, some cool photographers, some cool clients. And like I said, it's not big yet, but the idea is to keep you guys in mind. And whenever we have work for you guys, hit you up. And no matter what, the prices are consistent. So you guys, the client knows what they're going to get, and you guys know what we're going to pay you. We take a 20% commission to help go towards like an office fee. And then eventually the goal is to build an office big enough that has hot desks, so people who are part of the collective can just come and hang out and edit and just be around photographers. So sort of like Olaf was talking about having, was it you, Olaf? Someone was talking about having a Discord where people can hang out and talk about photography. I want to create like a physical space where people can just come out and chill and edit. And yeah. Mats and Henrik are having shop talk in the chats. Whew. We're cruising, having a good time. Glad you guys are here. Still not finished my water, and we're running out of time. Yep, still full time, but have a lot of freedom or flexi time. Okay, that's good to know, Henrik. Is that recent, or have you always had that kind of flexi time? By the way, we have like style guides and pricing guides for the photographers who are part of the Perspective Collective. And we help. So if ever you need help with like editing and stuff, we can sort of guide you in terms of at least our style. And the goal is, one, for you guys to get kind of consistent work. And two, for you guys and everybody who's part of the Perspective Collective to sort of use these events to reach out to potential clients. Not to steal our clients, but like if you're at an event and you meet a client, I might have to remove Mats. No, Mats stays. He must stay. Look at him go. But for you guys to like reach out to meet potential clients, basically, and just sort of expand your job. The goal is not to have anybody permanent in the Perspective Collective, but to have you guys sort of keep moving and growing and becoming better at what you do. What we do, I guess. I'm also a part of it. Oh yeah, Olaf, did you send the photo to me on Instagram or something? I want to see this. Mont sent me a reel. Send it to me on Instagram, Olaf. I want to see it. I'm stoked to see this photo. Henrik, last 6 months. Okay, cool. So you are transitioning, as we call it. Soft light, is that? Soft light works okay. Hard light might work a little bit better, but we gotta go way less. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Okay, and I want to get rid of the stuff that spills over into the sky. I just wanted to hit the snow. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's go to here. Command save is gonna be good enough. Usually I would like separate the people from the haze. Maybe I should. Maybe I'm being lazy. What do you guys think? Am I being lazy? Let's see. Let's select. And then we'll brush this out. Uh-oh. Oh no. Undo. What What happened there? Redo. We go to here. We hit B for brush. That took a few clicks. Okay, that's broken. Good to know. I'm going to leave it on them. Why not? Okay, Command S. We're saving. So, webcam full. Accidentally clicked something. Okay, cool. We're back. Let's see. Let's catch up. The reasoning why I back everything to Jota is I can get my content on my phone or just anywhere. These days, I do mostly child and family photography. Okay, dope. Yeah, it would probably be smart to back it up digitally. Maybe I have to do that. We do actually have a Discord as well for the perspective. Yeah, you know what? Let me get a link. I'll get a link. I'll put a link in the chat. Don't switch. Perspective Collective. Invite people. Here we go. There's a link if you want to join the Discord. You can be a part of it. You come hang out. And we'll make you a creator. And right now it's pretty quiet. Once again, we're going to go harder in January. But for now, it's kind of a trial phase. Make that green jacket red. Smash the letter 2. Best regards, Caroline. All right, Caroline. It's on. Challenge accepted. I didn't just show everybody my Discord, did I? No. Hey, 2 people joined. Let me make you guys creators. Creator. Congrats, 182. Creator. Congrats, Henrik. And then Olav. Also creator. There we go. Cool. Look, we're stacked. We're killing it. Okay, I'm going to hide that again. Let's make that green jacket red so it matches the 2. Regards, Caroline. Will do. I'll finish it up soon. Let me know when you send it. Hold up. I want to see it. Yeah. All right, green jacket. I'm coming for you. So let's do this. Let's select. We'll do color range. Right here. 90 seems pretty okay. Let's go to the point where it starts to collect other things that we don't necessarily want. Let's do that. Okay. There you go. It's selected. Let's make sure it selects all the jacket. There we go. I also selected some of that. That's not good. And then adjust. Hue and saturation. Pink? No, we're going red. Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh! Exporting right now. Dude, I'm really excited for this. Is that close enough, Caroline? There we go. A little bit less saturated, maybe. Good. Now let's mask his face out. BAA beautiful. Is that an Evan Almighty reference? Oops. Do you guys see what's happening with my brush button? Every time I hit B to go to brush, it's glitching back into whatever tool it's on previously. I like the fade. Yeah, okay. Good, good, cool. I've got Caroline in my good graces. This is good. Oh, look at the color of his face. Now I hate the color of his face. It went from purple to like green. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, it's easier to paint that back than it is to undo. There we go. Now he's got a red jacket. Problem solved. Weird. I'm hearing things. I'm going crazy. One of the best movies ever. Evan Almighty? Henrik, I hate to break it to you, but Evan Almighty is not a good movie. I sent it now. I also sent the original. Oh, yes. You guys have to do this, by the way. If you're stoked on a photo, you got to send it to me. Oh, this is sick, dude. Today's edit versus earlier. Oh, dude, you made it a lot colder. This is sick. This is dope. Can I show this? One of the best movies ever. Dude, you made it like really cinematic. That's awesome. I love that. Of course, again. Yes. Look at this. Look at that. That's sick. That's so rad. And then here's the before. That's what he edited earlier. And then he got a little more creative this time. And went with that. Oh, focus, please. Autofocus, you can do it. Anyway, that's dope. Sick. Olav_Tvet, as it's spelled in chat. The man, killing it. Henrik also sent me. Henrik, what did you send me? That is sick. Everybody's sending me cool shit now. This is awesome. I love this. Okay, let's where do we stand? Where do we stand? This one's going long. Inspired by you, dude. Much appreciated. I'm inspired by that. I'll do one. You know what? Let's do one more, and I'll do it in that. I'm gonna copy your style. Let's see what we can do. Because I like it. I think it's dope. So. It is cold. No purples, of course. That's good. And then let's fix the lens. Christmas gift to my dad. 70 by 100. That's a huge photo. It's so sick. For those of you wondering, it's a photo of a 930, and it looks fucking cool. Super cool. So, enable profile. I'm going to start by getting rid of some of the blues because I think it already starts too blue. The hair's getting long and being an asshole. Do you guys see how slow my computer is right now? We were doing so well, and then... Okay, no purples, first and foremost. And then... some of the blues down to minus 35, maybe. Okay, cool. So here's our starting point. Felt that it was too blue. Yeah, I think one of the problems is that at least up here, the shadows become too blue. It's not that it's too blue. Oh yeah, sorry, Olaf. You were just watching my face. Okay, I didn't do too much. Sorry, guys. Let's see the problem. Sorry, guys. So this is before. All I do is brighten it. Corrected the purples. Jesus Christ, I'm so dumb sometimes. Yeah, and drop the blues a little bit down to minus 35. So purples to 0 or minus 100, and then blues saturated, desaturated a little bit. And that's the problem. It's mostly the shadows. The shadows get too cold. The highlights are usually okay, but the shadows, for some reason. Let's get you a new computer. No. Office first, then new computer. Office first. We need a new computer for when we open the office. How are the Mac Minis? Are those good? I was thinking about that because I like my screen. My screen is really good. It's the LG Ultrafine. I think it's really, really nice and punchy and OLED and everything. Super, super nice screen. But for those of you who are wondering why I get really picky with the sliders sometimes. It's just because I like increments of 5. I don't know why. It's like, goddamn. Okay, fuck it. I don't like it that much. Let's bring a little more focus to the car by darkening the sky. A little bit more, maybe. And I don't like typing in a number. Oh, there's some... 49. 49 is what it is. All right, so here we go. Then let's go into the tone curves, because I think this is where you ended up playing with some of the highlights. And let's push these towards blue, and let's make this photo cold. There we go. Sebastian, Kyle's PC is Employee of the Month. It is working its ass off, I know that much. That poor motherfucker. There we go. That's a little bit closer to what you were doing. Although now I'm afraid I did that a little bit too soon. Okay, so let's do this. Let's reset channel. Let's reset channel. We know what we're going to do at least. All I did in tone curve was making a simple S curve. Oh, really? To add contrast. Oh, interesting. Did you do the color grading here? Something like this? How did you get that blue look? Anyway, let's send it to Photoshop and let's get rid of this little tree and add some direction to the light. That's correct. Okay, I figured it out. I got there. I'm old school. You see, the color grading thing came after my time, so I'll stick with the tone curve. It's what I do best. I've hit Command E, by the way, and I'm just waiting for my computer. There you go. For those of you wondering why nothing's happening. Blue on midtone and shadows and some yellow in the highlights. Ooh, some yellow in the highlights. Excuse me. That's some sassy editing. Yeah, okay. I see you. It's a little bit warm in the highlights. Okay. I might just go full cold. Let's just roughly get rid of this thing. Get out of here. Nobody invited you. Little tree. And then let's add a... let's make this blue. Add a gradient. Let's do cold blue. This might be brave. And if we screen blend it, what happens? There we go. Pretty nice, pretty clean. I kind of want it to be more behind the car so the car pops harder. There we go. So now if we go to the background layer and we hit select subjects and then we circle it. That's why it didn't work the first time. I didn't circle it. You got to circle it. Always. And then we alt layer mask, bring that back. Perfect. Then let's get rid of it on the ground a little bit by masking up. There we go. Because this is in the foreground, so it shouldn't be hazy. I think that's all we're going to need to do. So Command S, and we go back into Lightroom. Now we're cooking. Almost done with the water. Leave a little bit to be desired. You guys drinking water out there? Olav, how's the hot chocolate? It's good stuff. I don't think we're going to go too much longer, but let's see. Let's finish strong. Sorry, I never got to the Polestar 1 photos. That's a oopsie. So it goes. I don't have all the time in the world, but I am really, really liking this new 9 o'clock time. Really big fan. I think it's more chill. It's more relaxed. There's less stress. There's less worry about dinner and going to the gym. Yeah. Now that we're on the subject of ice treks, you've seen Tame Galag's snow tour when they were in Norway. Yeah, they were in the Batmobile, right? The Tumbler. That was pretty dope. There we go. Let's do some of that. I'm not going to add warmth to the highlights. I don't think you were wrong for doing that. I just think it's kind of cool that it's just straight cold. What happens if we make this dark? Nothing. It just becomes the same photo but darker. To make it more moody, let's add more of a gradient to the sky. The thing is, it always messes up the colors after I do it from Photoshop. Because now this feels purple, like this feels green, this feels purple. Anybody know why that is? And then this is like the right color blue. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just leave it here. It was awesome seeing them back where I am from. Yeah, did you go out and see them? All right, I think that's a good place to stop. What I could do is, if we really want to go your style, something around here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, cool. So, let's see. How close did I get? Pretty close. So here's your photo. And I took inspiration and made my own. A little bit less saturated. It doesn't look so when I see it in person. But on the stream, it looks a bit. Yeah, dope shit. You got the ride in it? That's dope. What is that car underneath? What is that Tumblr actually? All right, let's go back to the photos. Whew. Here we go. We got the car jacked up, the Arctic Circle, Polestar. Them working on the wheels, the OZs with studs, super cool. And we got some dude in another random Polestar just sending it. Really impressive that he managed to get the opposite lock on the wheels because these are four-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive system is really good. It does not want you to slide. So that's impressive. We got the big mountains looming in the background. Everybody chilling with Mats, the hero of the photo. There he is. Looking good. Mr. Green Jacket wearing red today. And we got the final shot, the hero shot. Mio's GT40 on some snow. Is that? Yeah, the 4GT, the 2005, right? That thing was rad. That's a ridiculous idea. I'm at the Tumblr stuck in a parking garage of Schuvollman. It was too wide. Yeah. That's Schuvollman parking lot. I don't know why they made it so tight. It's ridiculous. My Defender, you know the parking lot in Schuvollman? Here, let's wrap it up. Let's go full screen. The parking lot in Schuvollman has like that spiral. It's not super tight. Like it's easy to drive down when you're going between floors, but my Defender has too wide of a turning radius. I can't make it around there. So I gotta reverse and take it in like 3 tries. If anyone needs modeling classes, I can teach you guys. Let's. Mott's looking pretty good in that photo. Killing it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final call. Final call for chats. Well, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to remind everybody real quick. If you made it this far, first of all, congratulations. There is no prize. I'm sorry. I wish I could fly you away in an invisible elevator and give you the keys to the factory, but there's no factory. But anyway, thank you very much. The prize maybe is subscribing. Please subscribe. It'd be pretty cool. I'm here every Monday at 9 o'clock. Ding the bell or whatever. There's also other videos, not just streams. So if you made it this far and you don't know about the other videos, go check them out. Mats does a banger job killing it on those videos, and we talk about cars and photography. It's pretty sweet. They didn't make the barrier at the entrance. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll bring some baby oil Mats. Okay. All right. Happy got to be a creator in Discord. Yeah, dude. Good to have you there. Maybe this Discord accidentally becomes that like photographer hub that you were talking about, Olav. We didn't mean to, but maybe it does. Always a joy in these streams. Happy to have you, man. Happy to have Caroline as well. Caroline, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Your input was key in turning the jacket red. It's very important. Anyway, you guys are all very important to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. That's it for me. I'm out. I gotta go sleep or whatever I do when I leave these streams. Who knows? Whatever's on the other side of that door behind me. You'll never know. It's a mystery. Looking forward to more bullying next Monday. Next Monday is Cone Captain Celebration Monday. It is International Cone Captain Celebration. Big stuff, big moves. All right, that's it. See you guys. See you, love. Peace.